Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
And Larry. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. Throwing on first down. Morton. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Looking to throw on second down. Morton. And that's incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Morton got his man complete over the middle. It's Hughes, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Bills send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 122 yards.
And while they locked up the #1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel because they want to make sure that their #1 guy has fresh legs for the playoffs.
Looking to throw. Watkins. And that'll be incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Operating from the gun. Watkins. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Throw left side complete. It's Spencer. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
2nd down now after the pass completion. From the gun, Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the number 1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great, too, because you get the opening bye, and you're at home after that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Just getting in, and you just sit down and talk to your team. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Back to throw. Morton. Room here to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And on the ground they go with the running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Third down, Morton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. To throw on second down, Watkins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To throw on 3rd down, Watkins. Aguilar has it. Dodges him at the 50, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 42. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking to throw. Watkins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
They'll run it now out of the gun, pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. To throw on second down. Morton finds a seam inside the 40. And he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To throw. Morton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's a tight game here early, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Off the play fake. Morton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Green, 39. Green.
Looking to throw. Morton. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Out come the Titans now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A quick handoff to Vitale, and he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overrun him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he fields it cleanly. They'll call that a punt at 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Morton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to throw. Watkins. And that's caught by Smith. And he gets this one all the way up to the 24. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First down. Watkins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They run a draw here on second down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, Watkins. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off play action. Morton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Morton. And some room to roam now. And avoids the contact by sliding. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box.
Yes.
We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. To throw on second down. Watkins. His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Morton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Morton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun on third down, Morton. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Morton. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A final shot before break. Morton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. As we look at the numbers, the only thing that really matters is that we've got a tie game. We'll have another half here to figure out who can come out on top. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Titans with possession early in the first. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Porter is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. After the pick, offense comes out now. The pass will be completed into coverage, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Titans on 2nd and 7. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and this play goes for a score as that'll tie the score at 7-0. Bills now late in the second quarter. Fisher is going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Orchard Park for the second half.
Okay, thank you, Larry. A low-scoring affair, all even, as we ready for this second half. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
To throw on second down, Watkins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tie game, but they'll get excellent starting field position here to begin the second half.
And it's the starting field position that makes an offensive coordinator maybe bolder than normal. Maybe you want to take the big shot right now. Go for a big play and get their attention early, or even just run your offense because you feel good about where you are and a chance to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, maybe they go for the big play. Time to find out. That'll go as a loss of 5. From the gun, Morton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw on second down. Morton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Operating from the gun, Morton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they don't get a touchdown here in this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blow. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to throw. Watkins.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go!
From the gun, Morton. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd down. Morton throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. Broken tackle. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morton, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Morton. And he's got room. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal here from the 9.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Let's go. Green, 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's got his man on the out route. First down, Titans, gain of 12. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Watkins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Watkins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On now is the Titans punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Bills. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagger, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
The first throw now for the backup, Nathan Peterman. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Titans getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Throwing on first down. Watkins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, Watkins over the middle, complete. That's Spencer. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Now, you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. They have the best record among the wild card contenders, but you never really feel comfortable when you're down around that 5 or 6 slot, do you?
No, you don't. You figure you've got to close the deal. You've got to make sure you clinch that spot to make sure you keep your place in the tournament, in the playoffs. But the other part, too, is the coaching staff. All year they've talked about getting a high seed, clinching home field. Now that talk changes to, hey, we're in. That's all that matters. Let's go on the road and take care of business. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A first throw for the backup Peterman. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. The offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Operating from the gun, Watkins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
After the interception, here's Peterman. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again. Watkins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On first down, Watkins. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Watkins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Back to throw. Watkins. Throw left side complete. It's Spencer. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. To throw on second down. Watkins. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On third down, Watkins. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Bills, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.